have Australians come to expect that they will have mobile phones, that they will have international travel, that they will have, flights, that they'll have computers, and all these things cost? In other words, has our standard of living got really a bit too big for our incomes?
Well, it has in so many ways. Yesterday's options are now today's standards, and that overseas trip is not just a retirement thing. It's for many, every few years or more. The interstate travel for holidays, the upgrading of the TV every couple of years. This is now average living, not just the higher end living. So the way we live life today is different to how it was just a couple of decades ago, and it comes at a greater cost.
So in other words, Australians are starting to work harder and longer simply to try and keep up with their expenses.
Exactly. We've got these very low unemployment rates, but the underemployment rate is something we need to look at. And that is that people are looking for more work and they can't always get it. Sometimes because they need to juggle other roles, a full-time role doesn't quite suit them, so they're taking on extra roles, additional part-time jobs or gig economy type work to, again, keep up with the cost of living.
How many people are working multiple jobs, for example, just to make ends meet?
We've got more than 8 million people working full-time, but over 4 million additional people are working part-time, and a good proportion of those are contract or casual or indeed the gig economy worker, particularly with the younger generation. And through their lifetime, about half of all young people will end up in this gig economy work at some point in their life.
So does this make Australians happier as a society? Are we happier by these pressures we're putting ourselves under with these multiple jobs?
Well, life has got a lot more complex. So certainly it's trickier, it takes more time, people are juggling more roles in modern Australian life, more than ever before. All of that comes at a cost and certainly is leaving people feeling stressed and in many times anxious. I think if we look at the data, we've got anxiety rising, we've got mental health issues, and we've got a generation really feeling anxious and feeling the pressure of the complexity of modern life. So I think we have such a pace of life, we ought to pause a little and step back and maybe reprioritise, because the speed of this increase of modern living I don't think is sustainable, and certainly the costs of it is not sustainable to long-term meet. So we've certainly got some challenges there.
Hello, I'm Charles Wooley. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.